PCI Media Center, Vancouver, BC. Welcome back to the new PCI Daily News Roundup brought to you by Philippine-Canadian Inquirer, the only Filipino-Canadian newspaper distributed across Canada. I'm Manny Noelabuel. Thank you for joining us. We have the latest news development in the news. Andanar under fire after claiming alternative facts. Akbayan Representative Tom Villarin commented on Presidential Communications Secretary Martin Andanar's report on Monday, saying that the statement can only be quote and unquote Kelly Andanar Conway facts. Villarin attributed the term from White House Senior Counsel Kellyanne Conway, who originally used the term quote alternative facts to defend a conflicting crowd estimate during President Trump's inauguration last month. In the press conference on Monday, Andanar claimed that Senate reporters were offered $1,000 or 50,250 pesos to cover Lascañas' news conference where he admitted his affiliation with the Davao Death Squad. When asked what the basis of his claim was, Andanar insisted that it was from an intelligence report and no longer explained why the amount was in dollars and not in pesos. The secretary also denied that there are indeed plans to unseat President Duterte. Supreme Court says Napoles still guilty. Despite the Office of the Solicitor General's recommendation to acquit Janet Napoles from her illegal detention case, the Supreme Court, however, upheld the decision of the Office of the Ombudsman to declare her guilty of graft and corruption. The decision was the case in the alleged misuse of 27.5 million pesos from then Agusan del Sur Representative Rodolfo Plazas Pidaf from 2004 to 2010. According to Supreme Court spokesperson Teodoro Te, quote, the court upheld the Ombudsman's determination of probable cause and reiterated deference to the Ombudsman performance of said duty. The court dismissed the petition of the accused not to be charged with violating Republic Act number 3019 since they were not government officials. Separate petitions of her driver, John Raymond de Assis, and former National Agribusiness Corporation President Alan Havellana were also dismissed. Senate to investigate Lascañas' confession. Senator Panfilo Lacson, Senate Chairman and Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, said yesterday that the retired police officer Arthur Lascañas will be called for another Senate probe regarding his confession that he made in a press conference on Monday. Lacson said that the probe will not reopen the inquiry made by the Committee on Justice and Human Rights regarding extrajudicial killings, but rather a new hearing solely based on Lascañas' statement. The senator also said that Lascañas will be opening himself to possible charges of perjury if his new testimony would contradict his previous testimony in the last hearing done by the Senate. No date has been set, as the committee is still working on the inquiry of Korean businessman Ji Ik-ju. Lacson said he would be inviting former Davao City Police Chief Willie Garcia regarding the murder of journalist June Pala in 2003. And that's the news roundup for today. I'm Manny Noelabuel. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.